Hey everybody, welcome back to Factorio. This time, we're gonna try and set up a little bit of a science production, I believe. Let's actually go up and grab whatever we can from up here. I think we're going to dismantle our iron production up here, and then try and combine our coal manufacturing into one operation, just because it makes sense. This is nonsense right now. We don't actually need... Hold on here. What do we research next? We don't need necessarily that yet. Don't need to do gun stuff yet either. Let's do... We don't need steel. Let's do our... military. There we go. Military will get us closer to those grenades we want. Let's just destroy all this. We don't need any of this crap. None of this. Bang, bang, boom. We may repurpose these burner mining drills to make more coal production in this coal production area. We actually don't need that much though. We might be better off just sticking to electricity, huh? Alright, so that's all done. Let's hold F and walk around to grab any mineral, stuff that's lying around from that. I think we're good. Got everything. Let's grab all this shiz. That, and that, and that seems good. Okay. So, all we have to do is make... That looks like it's low on power. Can actually afford to build the rest of these steam engines, because I think we actually might be low on power now, because we have all these other things. Yeah, we're low on power. You can tell when things are like jittery, when things are like working extra hard. Let's see, we need you in here. Oops. Gotta be butt to butt, man. Cool. So now we have a lot of power. Let's put the 6th one on. 8 boilers to 6 steam engines seems to be the sweet spot. I don't know if that's actually true. That's just from observation of actually playing. So it could be completely wrong. It could be like the dumbest thing ever. And let's also build... No, we're not going to do that yet. I do want to build some of those though. So now you can bring these together and build a splitter since we are done researching logistics. Logistics 1 anyway. This can go away. These can go away. Is that connected to anything? No. So we're fine. Let's get this guy up here. Okay. I think. Let's kill the science production, just get our splitter so we can get this working. Because I don't want to cut off my iron and copper production that we just set up. That would be bad. So we kill that. And there. So now they're split. And we just need to add power. And there we go. That's pretty good. Alright. Next. We need to combine where these are ending up. What exactly we're going to make first? We're going to make science first. We have to work on science. So what do we have to make for science? We need just copper plates and gears. So, we don't need to produce copper plates, because we are already. We do need to produce gears, which means we need to produce buildings. So let's make just 10 of those straight away, because we're going to need a lot of them. Not necessarily for gears, just for everything else. And then also, let's do a couple of those. And let's grab all this stuff. Let's dump this. Let's clear our inventory a little bit by just dumping all this coal. It's an easy way to do it. Just like kind of grab it and control click everywhere. Ugh. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. And also what I want to do is grab this freaking lab and bring it down here so I don't have to keep running all the way up here. Especially since our coal production is kind of by itself and just, I don't have to keep running up here to manage this. Not anytime soon anyway. And actually, let's make it even more future-proof by adding another... Let's add another one for now. Eventually it'll be 6. So we're gonna grab that lab. It doesn't destroy our progress. It would destroy any progress on an individual piece of science, but I didn't have any science, so that's fine. And temp... Oh, where do we put these? See, I always have a problem trying to figure out exactly where to put my labs, because I want to keep them out of the way. But I also want to have enough space to actually expand. I think this is doing it along here. Maybe? Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine, right? That's still kind of out of the way for what I'm trying to do, but at least I don't have to run all the way to the other side of the island. I only have to run, like, over here. And also, we're going to automate this. But actually, for right now, I'm just going to keep it here, just closer. But that's where we're going to keep our stuff. So, we need gears. Gear production, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's just iron plates. I don't even know if I have to split this necessarily yet. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to have this all set up in my head yet. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. If we wanted to... let me think here. If we wanted to... Let's just have copper come down here. Gears come up here. Produce science 1. Kick it out over here. That sounds good. And we can also, let's see, we also need... This should be fine. I don't want to put it too close to this, but I guess it doesn't matter, really. Let's just put it here for now. It's like, you'll ask, hey Kaz, why do you have so many gear factories? Well, you need a lot of gears. That's pretty much it. You need a lot of gears. We'll actually even do it all the way to here. And these are actually powered on this side mostly, which is pretty good. I will put a split here. And we'll kill all this. And this will actually be able to be expanded if I need it to be. But for now, we're just going to split. And we'll fix our mistakes that we make now, later. Our lack of foresight forces us... Oh man, this isn't going to work. I would actually move these back one. Why didn't anybody tell me? I probably should have actually noticed, but I'm awful. That's why. So we want that far away. And we're going to start it... Still start it over here, though. And we're not going to do 10, we'll do 8. We can always expand it. Again, these can go out, this can move out, we can add more. It's not a problem. And this line can also go up and provide iron up top if we need it to. This is going to be taking so many plates, though. I don't think it's actually efficient to do that. Oops. Let's do this, and... Yeah, I am overbuilding this. I realize that. But it's better to overbuild it now than to underbuild it and then build a bunch of stuff around it and then not be able to expand it later. I wish I had steel. I do not have steel yet. Those big rocks can actually be harvested for stone, which is new to 0.13, I believe. But I'm not entirely sure. 0.13 has actually been out for a while now, huh? It's no longer a new thing. It's just kind of what it is now. Alright, so gears will go up. I will do... Click that, hold shift, right click, then keep hold shift, left click, left, 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 left. I learned that recently and it blew my freaking mind. So we'll power all these. Nice and powerful. Cool. What we can also do from here is, let's see, if we wanted to be weird about it, before we actually have our own separate, actually, no, we're not going to do that. That would be silly. What we are going to do is something equally as silly. We're going to build this, put this here, get rid of this, turn this around, Let's see where I'm going with this. And we'll actually make this into a belt builder. Just temporarily. We can always just convert this. It's not a big deal. I just want to have something building belts, because we need a lot of belts. A lot of belts. So that's good. And that won't cut too much into our gear production either. Gears can go up. Let's see. Speaking of belts, we need to make a bunch of belts. And normally I don't start doing belt production until, honestly, I've unlocked, like, the 3rd tier of belts. And need, like, lubrication and oil and stuff. I don't know, you know, I'm not going to predict how this run will go. But I assume it'll be pretty much the same. Because we can't get oil till we get off the island anyway. So we need to actually produce science. Blue science. So let's see here. We got this. This will expand that way, so I don't really have to worry about stuff too much. I actually am going to back up and build a splitter, just in case. I don't know if I need it. There. So to bring this down. And then we'll build an underground. Do I want to build... I think I'll build the science over here. So we'll keep the gears on this side. And bring the copper further down. Let's actually make more things. I kind of wish that this was all over one. So I could more easily power these. But it's not that big of a deal yet. I may have to change that later. And hopefully it'll be so later that all this will be tapped out and I won't even have to worry about it. In fact, let's start mining that. That makes me happy. We'll kill these. We'll put the power on the other side for now. There we go. That needs a power pole. And then copper. And underground. Huh. Cool. And we're just going to combine these into a single belt. That seems like the way to do it. I really don't want to... Just in case... Okay, so this is a decision that I'm making. If I just do this to combine it, if I eventually decide to upgrade this, where I am going to be also throwing copper on the belt from this side, like I have furnaces on this side, that will add copper to the left side of this belt and jam up this junction, so I don't want to do that. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. So actually what I want to do is I want to move this over one. I also don't know why I have this all set up like this. It's actually really dumb how that's set up. Move this over like this. Actually, it being set up dumb doesn't surprise me. It's just questioning why I built it this way to begin with is what I'm doing. Because this needs to all be over by one anyway. I think I was planning on moving this up, but I'm not. I know I'm not. That's not going to happen. So let's just build this. We'll reclaim all those other belts in a second. So basically, if I put it together like this, now, if both sides of this belt are full of copper, it'll still only stick to one side of this, if that makes sense. So I can expand the copper up above as much as I want and not worry about screwing up that junction. That's a problem I have in this game, is I don't think ahead like that. And I end up upgrading something and it jams up a whole... in this case, it would jam up all of my science production, my science 1 production. That's not good. That's not a good thing. Let's actually move this up. And now watch as I say that, I'm going to do something probably that's extremely dumb to somebody, and they're going to be yelling at the screen saying, "You just said that you don't think ahead, but you're trying to," and then fuck something up. But that's fine. You know, that's just how we roll. So let's throw these in here. This will be my Science 1 production. Nothing too crazy. Again, I can expand it as I need it. I can also build these arms over here. Build them in my hand. Build them in my hand. There's an achievement for not building, for building barely anything in hand. That hurts my brain to even think about how to do that. I mean, it would just mean a lot more waiting around for stuff, and that's not cool. it's not a really good challenge for like a video series, because then you'd be doing a lot of editing, and I don't like to edit, not that much. I mean, I like to edit, but not this kind of stuff. All right. Here we go, and here. Okay, so that's science. Science 1. We're going to make you science 1. There we go. And power. And again, it's expandable. It's good, man. It's all good. And these don't operate very quickly, which is usually why I make a whole bunch more of these. So actually, I'll build 5 more factories. But in the meantime, I'll start moving this up. I'm going to grab these belts that I've been producing. But science production doesn't take that many gears. Like, I could get away with a lot less buildings than this. But if I want to tap off and start doing things that do require a lot of gears, which a lot of things require a lot of gears, it's good to think ahead and just kind of like make an easily expandable gear production area. That's another thing that I didn't learn until later. So I think I just want to make this straight across. And we'll fix this. There we go. And maybe we just do it here, huh? We could just do it all right here. What would I need stone for that would get in my way? Concrete? That's not a big production thing, though. Let's actually fuel these. Actually, why am I fueling this? We're done here. You're done. That's done. You can keep going. You're fine. And actually, I'm going to make an iron chest. Replace the wooden chest with an iron chest. So it has more room. Dump all the stone I have, but keep a few. Just so I have space. I'm also going to dump as much of this coal off as I can, because holy crap, I have a lot of coal in my inventory. Hey, it's all gone now. Good. Alright. Let's kill this. What else can I build? I can build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. And I think we just do it here. Right? I think that's fine. Let's do, let's see. Logistics 2 would be nice, but we don't have Science 2 yet. That's our next order of business, to get Science 2 up and running. Let's do armor crafting. Why not? And let's get power out here. Let's get an arm. Let's get another arm. I think that's spaced out right. It's actually probably not. It's not. It's for sure not. See, okay. So yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And let's just keep it all on one side for now. And one more lab. That's done. Stone walls, why not? I'll probably never use them. Well, I might if I have to do some extreme base killing, like enemy base killing. That won't be anytime soon though, so. There we go. Alright. And arms. And arm. Alright, got 6 labs running. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. What's our power looking like? Still pretty good. Excellent. Excellent. Let's get steel. Because, let's see, what do we need for Science 2? I always forget. We need belts, which we are kind of sort of making. And inserters, which are way more complicated to make than it seems. See, these require gears. The belts require gears. They both require plates, but this requires circuits. A circuit requires, I believe, a iron plate and a copper cable, which means you have to make copper cables. So that'll be the next bit. How are we going to do this exactly? I think I'm going to just split this. And let's see here. Duck this under. Oh no! Interruptions. So many interruptions. Yeah, turrets, sure. You, and then this will duck under here for you. Okay. So now with this, we'll be able to make copper cables. Which means, see, that makes this even better. Because we need to make copper cables, which go faster if you have both sides of the belts full. Which is why this junction was good to think ahead about. Because copper cables require a lot of freaking copper. Like, a lot of freaking copper. Let's do more factories. Let's see here. We're going to need to put... The kick out for the cables is going to be here. Which means we need to put space down 1. Nope. Down 1. Like that. So this can go here. So this will be my copper cable production. And again, this needs to be expandable, blah, 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 blah. Actually, not really. You can only get so much copper through these belts until you upgrade your belts. So, yeah. I think 5 will be enough. This is not going to be one of those things where this will not be the only copper cable production facility. If I have anything to say about it. I mean, it could end up being that. I don't think it will be. But, you know. Sometimes things just happen and you can't control them. Let's get some power in here. And power out here. Alright. Copper cables are being produced. So now, we need iron plate. Iron plate plus this equal circuit chip. Green chips. I'm going to want to bring that out further. I'm thinking like 10 of these wide is going to be enough for most of everything. I just don't want to build... I don't want to build myself into a corner is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. And on that note, I'm also going to just go ahead and make this come out here. So if you look at this, only half of this is working, which means I need to produce more iron for this to actually be efficient. Now let's go ahead and do that. We need more iron than anything right now. And these are all really slow and blah, blah, blah. So the more we cram in there, the better. And this is hopefully going to be done with this patch. We can move it down to a thicker patch. That doesn't really matter. But it's good to keep an eye on. Let's get 2 more of these. Alright. So how are we going to get our copperly bibobs? Copperly wappolies. With our ironies. Our irony. I think... if we do 6 for these, and then 6 for green chips, that might work. For now. All we're trying to do here is make both sciences and then get off this island, to be honest. So I might be overthinking everything. Actually, yes, I am overthinking everything. So let's get over here. Thanks. I can fix this later if I need to fix it, but for now this seems like the thing I need to do. Alright. Back to where we needed to be. We're gonna bring this up here. Alright. And this is gonna switch to that. Now this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green chips. Right? And we'll make some arms, not long arms. Let some of these finish. Let's just get green chips going, so I don't feel like I've done nothing for this episode. Because I feel like I've done nothing for this episode. That makes me feel bad. Like I'm going too slow. Even though there is no too slow. This is supposed to be a relaxing, fun building game with aliens that try and eat your face. You know? Build me some green chips. There we go. Alright. Well, that was overly complicated for what I actually wanted to do. What I'm going to do next is switch this back and make actual belt production up here. And then we'll combine... Well, that's getting ahead of myself. To actually make these, I need to combine 3 items, which means I have to research this. And then I need to combine gears, iron plates, and green chips to make the arms. And then gears and iron plates to make the belts. So we're going to do that next time, and we'll sort that all out and make this a nice green science building machine. Kick it out to our labs. And then we'll start researching landfill, go crazy on building landfill, and try and get off this island. I think that is the main goal we're gonna have for this or the next and probably the one after that, video after that. It might even take longer because building landfills takes forever. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is probably gonna be a shorter episode than usual because I had pauses and I'm probably gonna edit them out because I had to figure out what the hell is going on with this. But anyway, I will see ya. Bye.